What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Amanda's Aesthetics. For those of you that are new, my name's Amanda. Welcome. Today I am super excited, as I always am. We are going to be doing another painting inspo video, and I am so excited because today we are using this painting, which, if you guys are not familiar, this is kind of my signature painting as of now. This is the one that I have in my bio as my banner. So I love this painting a lot. I love it so much that I actually made two of them. Let me show you the second one. So this is the second one. And these are them right next to each other. But today we are going to be using this little beaut. I shouldn't say it's little because it's not compared to the one that we did last week. So again, I have already gone through all of my palettes and color matched to the best of my ability to the painting. So we're looking at, I think we're looking at 7, maybe 8 palettes. Yeah, I think 8 palettes, but again, that could change. I'm going to leave a picture of the painting somewhere up top just so that you guys know what I'm referencing to. And again, like I did last time, I will also be swatching the colors next to each other so you guys know what colors I used next to each other. I don't know, I just feel like that is beneficial to some people. So a couple of these palettes that we're going to be using I have not used before. The Colored Rain Power Palette. This is what it looks like. A really pretty palette. As well as the Natasha Denona Love Palette. I am super excited to tap into them. I'm also going to be using this beauty, which if you have not already checked out, I did a tutorial on this. For the sake of time, I already did my face. So one more time, here is the painting, and there are a lot of different colors in here, but what I decided to do was focus on the pinks, the reds. Obviously, I've got to use this blue. I was also really digging this purple in here, as well as this deep purple that you kind of see like within, and then obviously this gorgeous bronze, and possibly this orange. So we will see what we come up with. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but I'm sure it will come together. So let's get started. The first palette we're starting off with today is the Anastasia Norvina palette, and I'm taking the shade Base and using it as my base, which I don't know why, that just made me so happy for some reason. The second palette we're using is the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments and Shadows palette, and I'm taking this bright pink called Party Drip and putting that all over my crease and my lid. The third palette I'm using is the Colored Rain Power palette, and I'm taking the shade Testify, which is this dark plum purple color, and putting it in my outer corner just to deepen it. Next, I'm going in with the Natasha Denona Love palette, using the shade Heart, which is this gorgeous bright red. I'm putting that on the outside of the Testify in my outer corner and lightly shaping the outer part over the bright pink. Going in with Party Drip again, I'm just making sure that Heart is blended out and that there are no harsh edges. I'm also adding Party Drip to the center of my lid. Next, I'm taking my MAC Raver Girl palette, and I'm taking the shade 120 BPM and putting that in between the Party Drip and the Testify to just blend it out a little bit more. palette number 6 is a Natasha Denona Tropic palette, and I'm taking this bright pigmented blue called Laguna and putting that on the inner part of my lid. This Laguna shadow was so beautiful to me, so I decided to add a little bit more by extending it up into the crease and blending that in to just add a little bit more dimension. Taking a little bit more of Party Drip, that bright pink, and just outlining the blue and connecting it up into the pink that I have on my brow bone. Going back in with more of that red shadow called Heart, I'm just going over the red that I already have and I'm deepening it out, and I decided that I wanted a more defined line between the pink and the red and the purple instead of having it so blended. And then using a little bit more of this shadow, I'm just putting that on the outer part of my lower lash line. Taking the new palette from Kaleidos called the Escape Pod, I'm going into the shade called Tango, which is this very bright pigmented orange, and putting that on the inner part of my lower lash. Going right below the orange and red on my lower lash, I'm taking a little bit more of that pink called Party Drip, and I'm just blending that out to give it a little bit more of a smoky effect, and just so that there are no harsh lines. Last but not least, palette number 8 is the Kaleidos Futurism 5 Electro Turquoise palette, and I'm just going over the orange from the Escape Pod palette with this gorgeous bright orange called Voltaic. I just felt like that matched the orange in my painting a little bit better. For my inner corners, I'm trying out my Urban Decay Disco Queen holographic highlighter. You can't really tell from the camera, but it has a duochrome blue tint to it, so I thought it may go well with the blue that I have going on in my eyeshadow. But it just wasn't doing it for me, so I ended up going over it with my ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in the shade Flexitarian, which is this really pretty white champagne-y color. So originally I was planning on using this Revlon liquid eyeshadow, and I was going to use this as a bronze liquid eyeliner, but I changed my mind and instead I just went with the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner Pencil in my waterline. Instead of trying to remove that messed up eyeliner, I just decided to try and cover it up with some orange eyeshadow. For mascara, I'm taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Volume Building Mascara in the shade Deep Burgundy, and I thought that this would match the color scheme that I had going on with the eyeshadow. And this is the completed look, which I had no idea that I was going to come up with something like this, but I'm very happy with it.
Here's today's peel off showing the eyeshadows that I used to make this look in order, not including the transition shade as well as the second orange shade from the ABH Norvina palette and the Kaleidos Futurism palette. From top to bottom, we have the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments palette and the shade called Party Drip, Colored Rain Power palette using the shade Testify, MAC Raver Girl palette in the shade 120 BPM, Natasha Denona Love palette in the shade Heart, Natasha Denona Tropics palette in the shade Laguna, and last but not least, Kaleidos Escape Pod palette in the shade Tango.
Alrighty guys, so this is the completed look and I'm really digging it. It is definitely super colorful for me, like a lot of different colors going on, but I don't mind it. I kind of like it actually. I think it's interesting how every time I film for my YouTube channel, I'm always creating these like crazy extravagant looks that like I would never personally wear, but I kind of like it because it's kind of like I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone and doing shit that I wouldn't usually do. So I don't know, I'm really liking it. Oh, I have like, there we go. Anyway, so on my lips today, I'm sure you could guess, I'm wearing the Maybelline cream lipstick in On the Mauve. So here is me next to the painting. Let's put it behind us. So this is me. This is the look with the painting, and I think it matches really well. I was going to add copper bronze. I was planning on doing that, but the colors kind of took over and I was gonna try and like squeeze it in and like maybe doing some like liquid eyeliner or something like that, but I decided to just skip on it and I like what I did instead of adding the copper, so I think it worked out. But that is the one thing I feel like I'm missing. However, I do think that it looks bomb AF without it, so I'm okay with it. Again, this look kind of came as I was doing it. I honestly don't even know how we got here, but we did. So, and again, I'm kind of digging it. So I think it's super interesting. I think there's a lot going on, but I think in a way it really just works. And I wish I could have incorporated the orange a little bit more. And at the same time, I kind of like that there's just a pop of it, just like there's just a pop in the painting. Yeah, I think that this was definitely another success for the books, and I'm going to continue to be doing these kinds of videos. I think they're super interesting, super fun for me at least. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, if you think maybe there was a color that matched better that I didn't use, go ahead and comment down below and let me know. But that is going to wrap it up. Just a quick little video today. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe. If you didn't, I'm sorry, but I'm really not. Yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye.